Imagine a world where the protectors need protection, not from physical harm, but from the unseen battle within their minds. This is the stark reality for many in law enforcement, where mental health issues such as PTSD and depression often lurk in the shadows. Consider the story of a seasoned officer from a bustling metropolitan precinct who we'll refer to as Officer Blue. Officer Blue had spent over 2 decades on the force. The images of crime scenes, the faces of victims, the adrenaline rush that comes with danger, it all seemed to be part of the job. Yet, after years of exposure to this high-stress environment, Officer Blue began to experience sleepless nights, a constant sense of anxiety, and a growing sense of detachment from the world outside the force. Seeking help, Officer Blue turned to a therapist who diagnosed him with post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, a condition commonly associated with soldiers returning from war, but equally prevalent among those in law enforcement. This diagnosis was a turning point for Officer Blue, opening his eyes to the mental toll his job had taken on him. This story, while unique in its details, is not uncommon in the world of law enforcement. The demanding nature of the job, the exposure to traumatic events, and the stigma around seeking mental health support contribute to a silent epidemic of PTSD and depression among officers. The key points to remember from Officer Blue's story are: first, mental health issues in law enforcement are more common than many realize. The high-stress nature of the job, coupled with regular exposure to traumatic events, can lead to conditions like PTSD and depression. Second, there's a stigma in the law enforcement community around seeking help for these issues. This can make it harder for those suffering to get the support they need. Finally, recognizing and addressing these mental health issues is crucial not just for the well-being of individual officers, but for the overall effectiveness and integrity of law enforcement as a whole. In conclusion, it's essential to remember that those who serve to protect us also need protection, not just from the physical dangers they face on a daily basis, but from the unseen mental battles they may be fighting. By acknowledging and addressing these challenges, we can help ensure that our protectors are, in turn, protected.